one of the most iconic Gordon Ramsay recipes. It's actually one of his personal favorites that he even mentioned he wants to be buried with it in his coffin.
I would like to put this dessert inside that coffin.
The sticky toffee pudding is served at least 20 of his restaurants, and when people try it there, they love it. But when they go home to try to recreate it, they tell a different story. Somebody said, it promises warm, gooey comfort, and too often it delivers a sad, dense cake. Somebody else said, the cake was dry, the sauce was grainy, and somehow it managed to taste both too sweet and too bland at the same time. So I've never been to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm hoping that my sticky toffee pudding does not end up anything like theirs. But he starts by chopping up his dates, which apparently is the main ingredient for a sticky toffee pudding. I got the pitted kind here, so they're a little bit easier to chop. Okay, let's transfer all this to a bowl. Then he adds a little bit of baking soda and submerges it in hot boiling water. Already the measurements were off because he called for a 1/4 cup of boiling water, and clearly that didn't cover anything. Much better. Okay, let me just stir this up a little bit and it should soften up. So I'm gonna set it aside while we move on. Next step, we're gonna mix together some butter, brown sugar, get it nice and fluffy. Now we drop in an egg. Let me just scrape down the bowl real quick, give it another mix. That should be good. So far, the recipe doesn't seem too challenging, but now we're gonna combine the dry ingredients, which includes some flour and baking powder. He says to combine it with the hand mixer, but I think just to keep the cake from getting too dense, I'm gonna do it by hand. Just until it combines, because we don't wanna overmix. And next step, we have to blend our soaked dates into a puree. So we have our soaked dates, but I'm also gonna pour in the original 1/4 cup of boiling water like he mentioned. And let's give it a whirl. And now we just fold in the pureed dates straight into the batter. I have to divide the batter into like a large muffin tin, so let me grease and flour it real quick. And now his direction says to bake it for 18 to 20 minutes, but I'm a little bit confused because somebody attempted this on MasterChef and he thought it was not a good idea because he said it would take hours. So I'm not really sure where those hours got cut in this recipe. Let's bake it up. And now to make the toffee sauce, we're gonna combine some butter, brown sugar, heavy cream and milk, corn syrup, and a tiny pinch of salt and bring it up to a boil for 3 minutes. He actually serves them upside down like this. And a lot of times I've seen it with a scoop of ice cream on top. Our toffee sauce has cooled and thickened quite a bit, but let's spoon some over. And I'm gonna say this looks good enough to be in a restaurant. This looks amazing. Let's see if this sticky toffee pudding recipe redeemed Gordon Ramsay. The sauce was not gritty, but let's see if it's bland and sweet at the same time. A 9 out of